Hey guys, we are in the garage, and it is a beautiful, beautiful July day, and I'm out here kind of doing some stuff, and I want to show you guys a game. But first, let me just show you kind of some stuff going on in the garage. This is kind of like my overflow area, and if you go to johnsarcade.com, you can see kind of the other basement videos. But this is a Donkey Kong that I just finished, and it's a second Donkey Kong for me. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, but I think it turned out pretty nice. It was originally an 8-ball action. Actually, it was originally a Donkey Kong, and then some operator converted it to an 8-ball action, which is this horrible billiards game. And so I picked it up like 25 bucks and converted it back into a Donkey Kong, and it turned out pretty good. I had to actually fix the PCB because it was 8-ball action, but 8-ball action actually is a mod for Donkey Kong, so I had to reburn ROMs and change some of the color proms and put a new Z80 CPU in it, and we got it back working as a Donkey Kong. And then I got some used marquee and control panel and bezel off some guys on at cloud.com, but I think it turned out pretty great. Put some new side art on it. And this is a little versus Super Mario Brothers that's in an original red radar scope cabinet, and that's just out here. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I think I'm going to restore this back to a radar scope, and this is my buddy's APB. Got baby Pac-Man out here. So lonely out here. This Pac-Man needs to be in my basement, but it's out here in the garage because this cabinet is falling apart, and I have a new cabinet for it over there. And so sometime this summer I'm going to take that on and transfer everything to the new cabinet, and I'm actually not looking forward to it. And this is a Pac-Man cabinet, and right now I have a 60-in-1 in it, which, you know, it has 60 classic games. And I'm actually making this for a friend, so I'm going to restore this and make it look real sharp. But yeah, it's a 61. But anyway, that's not why we're... Oh, this here's a crappy Time Pilot cabinet. But anyway, that's not why we're here, guys. Today I picked up a Frogger. And believe it or not, this game, as common as the game is, it's actually hard to find one. I've been looking for a long time, and a friend of mine had one for sale, and he offered it to me, and I said, absolutely, I need me some Froggers. So picked this up today. It's in pretty good shape, and if you've never played Frogger, well, we'll show you, but I'm sure you must have played Frogger at some point. But anyway, it's a Sega Gremlin game, and actually the game was developed by Konami, who's around today, you know, making Metal Gear and all that for the PS3 and the 360. So it was developed by Konami, and then it was distributed in the US by Sega Gremlin, and Gremlin was a US company out of San Diego, and I guess Sega bought them or something, and Gremlin was producing these games and distributing them in the US with Sega. And overall, it looks pretty good. It's got a reproduction control panel overlay, which I think is not really that great, to be honest. But it looks okay. It looks clean, but the colors feel wrong. This gray has too much blue in it or something. And then it's got a reproduction cardboard bezel back there. And those usually are pretty crappy. Original marquee. The cabinet overall is in solid condition. You know, this was in the arcade for Lord knows how many years. It is missing the side art. You know, for whatever reason, these games are always missing the side art, and I've seen a lot of them, you know, in people's collections or even in some of the classic arcades that are around, and they're always missing the damn side art, and I don't know what's up with that, because there's like no signs or clues on this that it ever even had side art. So I'm wondering if they ship some of these out of the factory without side art, but they do make reproduction side art. You can get it from Arcade Shop Amusements. Let's go back here real quick. You can see the Gremlin tag, San Diego, California, so they're ones that manufactured it. One bad thing about the cabinet is that someone rewired it. They put a JAMA harness in there. And a JAMA harness is kind of like a universal Japanese amusement something. It's a very universal harness that they try getting everyone to use near the end of the arcades. And someone put one of these, and it has actually a Konami to JAMA adapter on the board right there. And it's kind of a mess in here, and I'm kind of going through it. When I got it, the second player start button didn't work, and I got that fixed. So I just need to go through here, I think, resolder all these connections properly, because they just got them kind of like tied on. So it's a little ghetto, but I'm okay with it. I'll clean it up. Someone put a new new monitor in here. This is actually kind of a newer Taiwanese monitor. It's a Wii, however the hell you say it. But anyway, I'm very happy overall. The game plays fine. The back's just a little, not quite up to my standards, so I'm going to clean it up a little bit. But everything functions as the way it should, and the monitor is crisp and beautiful. Anyway, let me set up a tripod, and we'll show you how to play some Frogger. Okay, so the controls for Frogger are pretty simple. It's just a joystick. That's it. Up, down, left, and right. That's it. That's all there is to it. And the object of the game, so let's start it, is to get your frog from this side to that side. And you have cars, you have logs, you have a waterway you have to cross. And basically you're just going to maneuver your frog across the highway and avoid all the cars. And then you come to this little river, and there's frogs and turtles and logs, and you have to hop on the turtles and the logs, and you can't fall in the water here to cross it. So I'm going to jump on a turtle and a log, and I want to land inside one of these little bases or homes, and then you see that there was a fly that popped up, and so I just got a little bonus for getting that fly. So that's really the whole game, and it gets harder though. You know, the further into the game you get, the cars start moving faster. You'll have snakes that are walking across this sidewalk here. You'll have otters in the water that are trying to get you if you're on the end of the log. So the game does get very, very, very challenging. But what's great about the game is that it's very easy to understand, and it's just an awesome game to have in the arcade because everyone knows it, and so I'm very excited to actually own this. And if you want a challenge, you want to play for high score, this game is actually a bitch. I mean, it gets freaking hard later in the later levels. So let's clear this level, and we'll kind of show you the level after. So what I want to do is get a frog into each of the 5 homes back there, and now I'm on the second level. Second level, pretty much like the first, but they're going to start introducing some new things into this. So now there's a crocodile. See that crocodile back there? And you cannot jump on his head because he'll eat you, but you can ride on his back like I am right there. And then also you'll have crocodiles that will appear inside the frog's lily pad up there, and I just died. And you can see the cars are starting to move faster. So the game just starts getting tougher. And let's see. So yeah, I mean, anyway, that's the game. I'm hoping a female frog would show up, because what will happen? Oh, there's one right there. See that? So I just got a female frog on my back, and I'm gonna take her back to my pad, and we're gonna do some mating. So there you go. I got the female frog. She rode on my back to the home, and I got a little bonus for that. So as simple as the game is, there's a lot of little nuances to it, and it's just a tough game, and I love it. And that is Frogger. So there you guys have it. We'll see you later.